Prime numbers. You've heard of them. Maybe you've even memorized a few: 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13. But did you know that primes aren't just mathematical curiosities? They might actually be the silent architecture behind some of history's most memorable events? Let's break this down. A prime number is an integer greater than 1 that can't be divided evenly by anything except 1 and itself. Think of them as the atoms of math, pure, indivisible, and totally foundational. Every other number is just a product of these primes, kind of like molecules built from atoms. But here's where it gets wild. Throughout history, primes have been more than just math. They've been symbols, codes, even tools of ritual. The ancient Pythagoreans thought numbers were living archetypes. In Kabbalah, alchemy, and even forms of magic, primes represented the indivisible spark of the divine. In other words, people believed you could encode events with certain numbers to give them power, permanence, and meaning. So, what does that look like in the real world? Take double prime dates. That's when both the day and the month are prime. On November 5th, 5/11, Guy Fawkes tried to blow up British Parliament. Both 5 and 11 are prime. Even cooler, 11 is the 5th prime number, so you get a double encoding. Flash forward to July 7th, 2005, the London bombings. That's 7/7. Again, a double prime. Even the death toll 52 adds up to 7. Triple prime resonance. Or the Madrid train bombings on March 11th, 3/11, another double prime date that happened exactly 911 days after the 9/11 attacks. And even though 9 isn't prime, 11 is, and the number 911 is actually the 156th prime number. Coincidence? There's even the idea that primetime television, 7 to 11 p.m., was designed as a kind of numerological window, a collective trance hour. Want to drive a message home? Air it at 7:07 p.m. on a double prime date. That's the formula. Prime date plus prime time equals prime effect. It's as if numbers are atoms and events are molecules. Ritual designers, knowingly or not, choose prime dates to make an event's energetic structure last longer in our collective memory. The more prime, the more stable. So here's the real trick. Start paying attention. Become ritually literate. Spot the patterns. See how primes cluster around events, and ask yourself why. Because the more you notice, the less you're under the spell. Awareness is like psychic immunity. Prime numbers, they're not just math. They're the secret DNA of history. Next time you see a date or a headline, ask yourself, is there a prime code hiding in plain sight?